Hello, welcome to my channel. This is my Dare to Win save with Blackburn Rovers. I'm Pete Morgan. This is our 14th season, I think, in total. I think it's about our 11th season with Blackburn. So we're having a so-so season. Well, I say so-so. We're second in the league. It's us and Liverpool again at the moment. Tottenham are hanging on to our shirt tails, but Liverpool and Blackburn seem to be the teams to beat. Okay, so since you were with us last, you were with us for the Arsenal-Newcastle game, wasn't it? We beat Arsenal 4-1, Newcastle 3-1. We then really struggled to a 4-3 win over Burnley. Got there in the end. Okay, we started well and we were in command of the game, but we eased off a little bit, let them back in. Bilbao again started well. They really came back at us and we hung on for the draw, to be honest. We were lucky there. We've just laboured to a 4-2 win against Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough took the lead. We got back into it. We went ahead. Then they equalised straight after us. And it was... we scored 2 goals late on and it flattered us, to be honest. Northampton just played the reserve team out against Northampton. And yeah, comfortable. Reina had a 17-minute hat-trick in this one. 18 minutes it says on here, that's fine. And yeah, 3-0, comfortably through to the next round where we get Liverpool. So it's make or break in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup for both teams, because it's bound to be high on the list of priorities for both of us. So we're back today then. We're playing Man United in the league. So Man United aren't doing brilliantly this season. They're currently down in 6th place, 4 wins, 3 losses. So they're not having a great season. We're at home, so I would expect us to put them to the sword, I have to be honest. Team for today then. Nicklick in goal, Ellison, Soseda Macoina and Ferrioli across the back. Watson, Serda and Carlos Eduardo central midfield. Almada and Calamai out wide with Lucas up front. Lucas again, 7 goals return already this season. So here we go. We're at home, like I said. We're playing well, but we're also a bit sluggish at the start, and that's something I'm not used to. We're normally racing ahead, like the Northampton game when the reserves played with 3-0 up in 15-20 minutes. And that's what I like to see. We've really laboured. We've got a goal or 2 down before half time, and then my team talks have had to... I've had a bit of praise off the players for team talks, but that's irrelevant really. It's more concerning that we're not starting and playing well right from the off. So we're playing Servette after this in the Champions League, after the Bilbao game, and hopefully we're going to see a better performance there. But here comes Man United down out wide here. Of course, I don't recognise hardly any of the players now. We're that far into the save. Most of the household names that we currently see playing have long hung their boots up. And Ellison's been with us from day one. He's a youth player I brought through. He's not played for anyone else, and he's done the job. He's settled in, done well, developed nicely. And Lucas rode the challenge well there, keeping possession of the ball for us. Ferrioli, another one that's been with us from the youth. And there's Almada across. And why didn't Lucas put a rush in for that? I'd have thought Lucas might have gone for that one, but he didn't. When I say Ferrioli, he's been with us since we signed him as a youngster. He didn't come through the youth. I think Ellison's the only one in the first team at the moment that's actually come through the youth setup. And we have got the best youth setup in the world apparently these days. And that's just over. I thought we were going to get lucky there. Yeah, apparently we are the best youth setup in the world, but I've yet to see any real quality come through. So that's a bit of a worry. And why are we wasting time this early in the games, guys? 35 minutes gone, it's 0-0, and we're taking an age on this corner, and I really don't understand. Oh, we've got an injury here. Oh, what? Serda looks like he's coming back on. I hope so, because the physio's run away from him, so there's nothing wrong. And a bit of a wasted corner in the end after that delay. I thought we were time wasting, and I'm thinking, well, no, time wasting. What the heck's going on? So they want me to take him off. I'll have a look in a minute. He does look. We've gone 1-0 up. So while they're celebrating that, I don't need to pause. Yeah, I will pause it now that I have. I need to get him off. What's he done? Injured but feels he's shaking off. Nah, we don't do that in our team, mate. I'm going to bring Trifkovic on and go from there. So we're going to celebrate the goal. I didn't see who it was. It was Soseda. Just been playing his praises from a corner. Can't argue with that. Near post, no doubt. Got up like a salmon and scored the goal. And that's what we want to see. And yeah, 1-0 against Man United. This is a must-win game. Liverpool are really setting a high-tempo pace at this stage of the season. They've just set a record for consecutive wins and also games without conceding. So Liverpool really are on fire. That comes up in the news bulletins every now and then. Before I started this save, and I mean this is the first time I've ever done anything like this, my first go at a YouTube series, and that's a beautiful finish by Watson into the corner, in off the post. I never used to bother much with any of it, the social media bit or the news. I used to just click and play, and this is you're having a giraffe, referee. What was wrong with this goal here? Bang. Yeah, but Watson scores straight through. None of the players had anything to do with it. Oh, sometimes it gets frustrating, doesn't it? So yeah, I never used to bother with the news or the social media, and now doing this series really makes you focus on everything you do, every signing you make. You don't take the chances, or I don't, that I used to take with players, and it didn't matter if they wasn't any good, just pound them off. But yeah, this series has really made me knuckle down and concentrate on everything I'm doing. You know, I'm not bringing players in unless I think they're going to fit, and most of the players I bring in have, with the exception of one or two that don't, you know, that you then get rid of. And we're 1-0 up. We're at 68 minutes. I'm going to make some substitutions, not because anybody looks to be playing particularly poorly, other than if your name's Lucas. Do I put Foxy on for this? He's come on a few times, hasn't scored a goal, or do I bring Granger on? Fox is the one that's going to be playing there, so he might as well come in. 1-0 up. Rayner, he's going to come in fresh off his hat-trick from the last game. I'm going to get Criteru on for Ferrioli. I think that'll do for now. No, we give Zach Morgan a run out wide as well. Shouldn't do too much damage. I said Man United game isn't the game you want to be giving players playing time, and here I am 1-0 up, giving players player time over the back post. Sada makes it 2-0. No one near him, and I mean the goalie was awful there. And although I've been an advocate for sticking with corners if you can score off them, I'm beginning to think that this is a little bit of a, you know, that's about his 9th goal of the season already for a centre half. He scored 2 today, which is making a difference, and I'm starting to wonder whether maybe I should change that, the near and the far post corners, and maybe put, I don't know. And that's 3-0. Fox has got his first goal for the club, and that's nice to see. That's a youngster for the future coming through. He's got a goal. We're 3-0 up at home against Man United. Sweet as you like. And there's Rayner, plays it. It's got flicked up off a defender. Fox leapt like a salmon in its prime at the near post to put us 3-0 up, and that is pretty much game over. 80 minutes in. I'm just going to rest some player. I'll play the, sorry gents, I keep forgetting I'm not playing it myself. I'll let the highlight run through, and then I'm going to just make a couple of changes. And that's a nice save there. Got down well. Poor finish, I've got to be honest, very poor finish. I'm just going to rest some of my main guys. Bitshabu's going to come on for Sado because we got no more substitutes, so he's not. I forgot I'd made all 5. I thought I only made 3. Must learn to count my fingers when I'm doing these substitutions. But yeah, we see it through then, and they go over the top. And I have always said that it's up to the defending teams to deal with it, but I think there is possibly a bit of a glitch there that I need to look at. Whether I will or not, I don't know. But like I said, I've put it together without thinking of that. I've just put the team together and set plays together to suit my team, and that's where we're reaping the benefits from. So 3-0, very happy with that. That's the first part of the episode over, and a good result. Puts us top of the table, 1 point ahead of Liverpool. You can see we're smashing the goals in as well as Liverpool with the goal difference, but yeah, Liverpool do look a class above this season so far. So we're home today against Servette. No changes, nothing's happened since the weekend when we beat Man United. Calamai's not really fit, so I am going to change him. I've got to bring Reino on for him there. Apart from that, the team's pretty much unchanged. Nick in goal, Ellison, Soseda, Mokoin and Ferrioli across the back. Watson, Serda, Eduardo, central midfield trio. Almada, Reina out wide, and Lucas up front. Palelo's back fit, so he is going to come in. He's going to replace Anguissola today. I'll try and get him a bit of game time I expect today. He's been out injured since the start of the season, so not had any game time at all. Everybody else is looking fit, so that's the team that we're going to start with. I've only selected 9 from 12, and this is what I said in the last episode. I just haven't got enough fit players half the time so I do get to play with a goalkeeper, so I literally have got just enough for 2 teams, and that's it. I don't carry an abundance of players usually. I've got enough to rotate the squad, and that is the team I play with. I don't like having so many players that they just don't play, so when that does happen, they're straight out on loan. There's no point just retarding their development. So we want to pick up where we left off. We're playing Servette. I haven't got the Swiss League loaded, so there was no details for them. They could be a cracking team. They may not be. I expect them to roll over and play dead for us today. Whether they will or not, we will soon see. And that's Mokoina. Oh, I thought he was going to get a goal there. And that's how I do gripe on about it because I know people complain, but that's how they score. Oh, just over a lot of their goals from set plays is actually on the rebounds, picking up loose balls. So it's just that you only see the headers. This happens, but it's a promising start. 6 minutes in here, we're giving it to them a little bit. I'm not even going to get into trying pronouncing some of these Swedish names. I struggle enough with the players in my team, so it looks like we're going to be just a 2-team save this series. I was expecting to I would have liked, and I would still like if the opportunity comes, to get abroad and try and win a foreign league, a Bundesliga or Serie A or something like that. Can't see it happening at the moment. Nobody seems. It's been a save where it's been very difficult to change clubs. Nobody seems to. And we've got a penalty, so this is going to put us 1-0 up. Will this be Ellertson, or have I can't remember demoting him yet. Serda's a better penalty taker and proves why. Cracking finish there. And that's only his second goal of the season from midfield, but I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's been with save. Usually when I play these games, I don't know whether it's because I don't follow time so much, but there's always an abundance of job offers around to go to somewhere else. But this time, because I've sort of set out not to, and I've signed long contracts, it just hasn't happened. You know, I've been signing 3, 4, 5 year contracts with Blackburn and Hereford, the first team in the save. And that's another penalty, referee. I will take it. Come on. That was right inside the box. So it has to be a penalty. Otherwise, why have you stopped the play? Yes, thank you. And Serda can take it. He took the first one and put it away with aplomb, so he can take the second one. And yes, a lot of people say not to let them take 2 penalties, but I think the second one was a better finish than the first one. So 2-0 up. 13 minutes into the game. It looks like Servette's going to play their part and roll over and let us do whatever we want, which is perfect. So yeah, so it looks like, I mean, like I said, I've built this team from scratch at Blackburn, and they really are a good, solid side at the minute. We could always improve. I don't always have the transfer funds to do that. I don't even have transfer funds, and that's a loose ball, but Watson made it a good ball. I don't even have transfer funds half the time to bring in decent quality youth players. We have got a couple this season, I think. We just watch and see how they develop. That's why I try to get them as much game time as I can. But we've got a new stadium coming up, so hopefully that will give us more cash. But I've got to decide at some point just how far we go winning everything with Blackburn, because otherwise it just becomes a run-of-the-mill type of thing. And that's a lovely finish from Rayner. Curled it into the far post around the defender and the goalkeeper. And that makes it 3-0 after 17 minutes. And yeah, Rayner is definitely on form at the moment. Fresh off his hat-trick against Northampton, he's tucked that away beautifully. Took it on his left foot and curled it around the goalie and the defender. Parpan. I'm happy with that, and that is one that we, again, a youngster that we've brought. Most of them, I mean, Amada, all of them. If you go through the team, Lucas I bought, he wasn't a renowned striker when I bought him. I've developed him and he settled into the team. I mean, obviously he had the attributes to be a goal scorer, you know, and it's all about spotting the talent and bringing them through, isn't it? And that's why you don't see us making huge forays into the transfer market. I pick one up here and there, and I try not to. I mean, I've upset so many players because I'm refusing to sell them. But yeah, we try to build a team and stick with it. Try to be loyal to the guys that you've got, isn't it? They've got us here. They've won everything that I've managed to achieve in this game so far has been won by this group of players, or the majority of this group of players. They've been with us from day one, or from season 1 or 2 anyway. There's not many that have come in since. So yeah, it is a good solid side, used to playing together. If you look on when I picked the team, if you have a look at their tactic familiarity, everybody's hit 100% for it. The odd one isn't, because you've got to rotate the team, or they don't play for a while, so they start to lose that familiarity. But overall, this team is a settled, solid team, and Servette's trying to make a little bit of a foray into our half here, and the keeper's come out, and I'm hoping that's offside, because Nicollet looked very ordinary there the way he came out. He wasn't even on the same line of the ball and the player running in on the goal. So, and it's disallowed. That's good. He must have known and thought we'll let him have a little tap. So yeah, it stays 3-0. And he is offside. I'm sure sometimes these lines move, or the player inches forward on the replays to support the game's version. But who am I? I don't know that for certain. That's just my opinion, which I'm entitled to. And yeah, 3-0. Half-time approaching. It's been a comfortable first half, hasn't it? It hasn't been. There's no surprises with the Servette side. Ferrioli. Serda over to Reina. Reina's going to ride that, and Lucas has gone onto it, picked it up, played a lovely ball through to Reina, and I didn't expect anything other than a goal at the end of that. Reina is really pushing for a starting place. He's just unlucky that Calamai, Almada and Lucas, who are our attacking three at the moment, are just normally in sensational form, and he just doesn't get a look in unless of suspension or injury. But that's 4-0 on the night. Just coming up to half time. Reina's bagged a couple of goals. Lucas has got a couple of assists. So even today, my main guy isn't scoring the goals, but my other guys are stepping in and putting the game beyond doubt. Yeah, Serda from the midfield, Reina wide, and we're 4 up. And that's a comfortable first half. I can already start to think on the hour now of resting some of the bigger players, or some of the more players that are more important to the team, I guess you'd say. Lucas is impossible to replace, isn't he, at the moment? So he will be getting rested. I think Serda for sure is going to get a rest. We've really missed Minino. Oh, and they've got to go back. I haven't played him all season, so the name is hazing away in the back of my memory. Is it Minino or Minino? Minino. Yeah. And that was a nice little ball in. And I'm afraid here, Servette, you're going to have to think, why did you move away from the ball and stick your foot out instead of closing the space down? But in a perfect world, I guess. So we're getting up to the hour mark. Servette over the bar. And this has moved us up. Well, we've got more than 4 points, haven't we? We've got 6. No, we haven't. We have only got 4. We drew with Bilbao, didn't we, in the first leg? In the first game, there's no legs now, is it? And there's Helletson passing it back to Servette. Servette across to Mokoena. Ferrioli to Serda. Serda to Almada. Ferrioli again to Watson. And this is some lovely interplay here by the midfield and the full-backs, keeping possession. We're waiting for a gap. Watson brings Servette into the game. Servette now, I'd expect to see him drive into the midfield, but no, he's picked a pass instead, and Carlos Eduardo plays it in behind for Lucas. Lucas is going to finish off with a goal here. No, he's found a goalkeeper. So we're at 60 minutes, guys. We'll play this corner and then we're going to make the substitutions. I was hoping Lucas was going to get his goal there, but obviously not. Servette loitering near post, heads it over again. And yeah, we're going to make a few substitutions here. And Lucas is the one coming off. I'm going to bring Sean Fox on for that. I want to get Granger on outright. He can replace Almada, keep him fit for the next games. I'm going to get Zach Morgan on there, Ferrioli off, and Quateru on. And then we'll look at bringing Serda off around 75 minutes. So we've made wholesale changes, resting some of the more valued members of the team. Players it's harder to replace, that you just can't risk not having them in the side, you know. And he's out wide to rein it in. Oh, it's a poor cross, really. I was hoping we was going to tuck that away for Fox to get his first continental goal. He has just chipped in with his first goal for the club in the previous game, and here's Servette again. Hasn't driven into midfield like he normally does today, but that's fine. Over the top from Eduardo. Fox is onto this. Now, can he finish? Oh, what a finish by Fox. This is a youngster I've purchased from Villa with a view to him finally replacing Lucas when Lucas hangs up his boots. And at the moment, he's showing all the signs of being more than able of doing that. What a ball over the top. Fox rang on to the ball first, and his first goal, if I remember rightly, was a volley as well, which was a cracking finish. And yeah, 5-1. It's a bit comprehensive, isn't it? We've now got a free kick. Granger with free kick, and the keeper made a good save there. It's another corner. And don't you just love it when a team plays well? And we are playing well. We have been for 3 or 4 seasons now, haven't we? We're competing for everything. We're in with a shout of everything, and that's what you want to see when you're playing, isn't it? That's what the supporters want to see. We've got a new stadium coming up end of next season. Yeah, this is a team that's built for the future. And I have said right throughout this save, the future's bright, the future's Blackburn, and going really well. And this was a job offer that came up out of the blue. I'd had enough at Hereford. Oh, that was a scissors challenge, and that's going to be a red card. And there's an important player just sent off. So we're going to have to do without Watson. Watson can come out, and Paledo can get a little bit of playing time, work his way back in. I mean, the game's gone. It's more the suspensions for important players that worry me. That was a bit of a scissors challenge. That's going to be a 3-match ban, isn't it, in Europe as well? And another good save. Or did that hit the bar? I thought the keeper made a save there, but it's hit the crossbar, gone over for a goal kick. And again, Granger is giving this goalkeeper a workout tonight for sure. That's a few free kicks. The keeper's had to fling himself into the top corners to save, and Reina with the corner near post. Nobody's got up with that one. It's going to be another corner, and you will see the difference now. Although I'm not going to say because Paledo's going to score if I say he's not on a par with Cersei, and he's there. And like I said, that's what I mean. You know, he doesn't. Nobody else gets up and does it. So it is the quality of the player that gives you the goals from those situations and the deliveries. And there they're on the break again, but Morgan stepped across. Morgan, I thought, was going to be gone, but the saving factor for him was the fact he's English. I've had loads of 17 and 18 million pound offers for him, but he's an English player that I'd need to tick the boxes for European and for league football. You've got to have so many, home nation teams in the squad. And Morgan's actually started to develop into quite a good player, and he's got a challenge in there, obviously. That's one thing with the game I'd like to see changed, is when players make tackles like that, and that's well defended at a near post. And I'm running through again, I'm rife with that over the bar. So yeah, Morgan's sort of suddenly become an important member of the squad. I wouldn't say the team yet, because Elliotson's there and he's going to take some shifting for another 2 or 3 seasons. But Morgan is getting there. So that's it, guys. That's 2 games done, 2 games won. More than happy with that. We're looking good in the Premier still, second to Liverpool. I know we're on top on goal. What is this? Everton are finally top of a league. Bit of a worry. Man United are in there. Their European form's obviously better than their league form. I always keep an eye on how the other English sides are doing here. And yeah, not a bad episode, guys. And what we're going to do now is go to the schedule. I normally do the wind-up thing and then we go to the schedule. I think we're going to come back. I'm going to have to do the Carabao Cup 4th round with Liverpool, aren't I? I know it's Carabao Cup, but it is Liverpool. And then that'll give give us nicely to the FC Bayern game. So we'll do Liverpool Bayern, get those two games in. They're the best games coming up, I think. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Don't forget, leave me a nice big like and a subscription there for the channel. And yeah, we'll see where this goes. Thank you very much.